What is good, YouTube? This is Vortex46. I'm back with another video. Be sure to go follow me over on Twitter or X at Vortex46 for all of my picks for tonight's NBA action. Yeah, guys, we went 1-1 last night as I had taken the under for the Orlando Magic game, which was 219.5. They definitely hit that under. It's just that per what Outlier was showing that per the meeting, between the Magic and the Cavs, they have been going under, 9 out of the last 13 games, and yeah, number 10. They're 10-4 now to the under when it's pertaining to the matchup. But the one that did loss was the Bradley Beal one, was to take him over his points and assists at 19.5. He got injured with I guess he played like 15 minutes if I remember, and he went out. So had I taken it under, that would have cashed. But it is what it is. But the other ones that didn't cash for the NBA was Toronto's team total points over 110.5. They only scored like 102. Rudy Gobert on the double-double. That was a plus value, plus 135. He had pretty much been cashing several games with a double-double. And he went 3-2 over the last 5 games, but he didn't get the double-double, so that didn't cash. So that was that one. And I also had I did a parlay for the NBA. It was a fade. I called it a fade Sunday. I had Ryan Dunn going under 10 points, Austin Reeves going under 34.5 PRAs, Zaire Williams to go under 5.5, and Yabusele to go under 22.5 PRAs. I think the only one that did hit, because one of them, if I remember correctly, somebody didn't play, and I think it was Zaire Williams. Zaire Williams did not play last night, but Yabusele did go under the 22.5. He finished with 21, but Ryan Dunn he had 10 plus points, and Austin Reeves had over 35 PRAs. So yeah, either way, it just didn't work out. So that was that. For college, for NCAA college, I went 3-1 actually. So I forgot to mention, I did post on Twitter, on my Twitter account, that I went 0-2 for the lock picks, but I actually went 1-1 because I wasn't paying attention to my stuff. So I apologize for that. But the college, I did hit on 3 of the college picks. So I had the my Memphis Tigers. I took us on the spread. Minus 4.5. We won 84-72 against UAB, so we cashed on that. We won by 12 points, so I'll take that victory. Tennessee over 144.5, because I accidentally put in the under, and I was like, that's not what I wanted, so I had to take that out and reapply the pick. So I even mentioned that on Twitter if I remember correctly. But yeah, that went over 86-77. They scored 163 points, so that did cash. And then the GMU VCU game over 127.5. They finished with 131 in total. So 3 of those were hit, but the one that did miss was the over, the big game basically. Wisconsin at Michigan, 148.5. They finished 112 in total. What can you do? It is what it is. But Michigan won. Congrats to them on winning and preparing to move on per March Madness. So let's dive into these picks for today for the NBA. I actually have several picks in, but technically we're going to focus on reason why I said it is because I have 2 parlay picks. They're not the lock picks, but they are 2 separate on, one's a 5-leg, the other one's a 4-leg. And I ended up picking all of those as single picks as well. So that's 9 total picks in total. But the other ones are pretty much single bets. But let's dive into the 2 lock picks for today, and then we'll dive into these actual parlays as well. Here, and hoping that most of these hit tonight. Would be crazy if I swept the whole entire thing, but we'll see what happens. But the first lock pick for the NBA, because there's no college. First lock pick is for DiVincenzo to score 12 points, from to go over 11.5. Again, all this stuff you can find over my Twitter. So he's averaging 13 points over the last 5 games. The Timberwolves defense are actually allowing 27 points to the shooting guard position. He's also 8-2 over the last 10 games against Indiana. So yeah, when it's pertaining to hitting 12 points, he's literally hitting this mark, 8 out of the last 10 games. So yeah, this was like a no-brainer for me. I decided to grab that. Next one up is Pistons For the spread, -6.5. That's where I got it. I think the last time I checked it was 7.5. I'm looking at Outlier now. You can even see it here real quick as I come off the screen here. You see that there, Detroit at New Orleans, it actually dipped back down to 6.5. So yeah, I decided to just stick with this. Main reason being is because Detroit is and this is something interesting. So Detroit is 2-1 and 2 to the ATS over the last 5 games, while the Pelicans are 2-1 ATS over the last 5 games. They don't have, let me just double check. I'm just double checking here. I don't think that there's an actual thing here. And actually, because it's my laptop, I'll pull it up on my phone because I've Outlier on my phone. So I don't think per this stat here that there is a head-to-head. So actually, Pelicans and the Pistons are 1-1 to covering the number since last season. So they played twice last season. Detroit won November 2nd, covered the spread, and then the Pelicans won February 24th. They covered. They lost, but they covered the spread. It was a 13.5. So that's that. We'll see what happens with that pick. I tried to pull it up on my laptop, but my laptop's being rude. So that's the 2 lock picks. So now we dive into the extra single pick, and then I'll dive into the 2 parlays. So I decided to go with Halliburton on the assists. It's over 9.5 for him to get 10 assists against the Timberwolves. He's actually averaging 12 over the last 5 games. But the key thing to note, though, is that the Timberwolves are actually, their defense are actually only allowing 8 assists to the point guard position. So that's big. You know, this is for him to get 10. You know, we need, you know, they're stopping point guards under that number by 2. So we're gonna see what happens with this. But the one game that he played against Minnesota last season, he actually got 13. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Again, this is last thing compared to this. We'll see what happens. So that's that. Now let's dive into the 2 parlays. The first one up is a 5-leg, then the next one up is a 4-leg. We'll see what happens with both of these. These are definitely plus value picks. We'll go with the highest one. So first, it's a 5-leg parlay. This is a plus 13.97. This is over on DraftKings. I forgot to mention that all of these picks actually are on DraftKings. I forgot to mention that. The DiVincenzo pick -125, Pistons -108. There's that -108 number, and then Halliburton -130. So plus 13.97 over on DraftKings. So 2 of these picks are the same game, and then the rest are single or separate picks. So I have Jonas Valanciunas on 2 tickets here. This one here, and then the next one. So Valanciunas, points plus rebounds for him to get 13.5. Scotty Barnes, 6 rebounds. Fred VanVleet, 6 assists. Nasri to get 2 assists. And then, of course, back to DiVincenzo, taking his points again at 11.5. Like I said, this is plus value 13.97, plus 13.97. All of these picks have hit at an 80% rate over the last 5 games alone. You can look this up yourself to see the info. That's why I decided to lock these in, simply because these players have been going out here making the magic happen per these player props. And then the next one up, like I said, both tickets, I separated them as well as single bets as well. This next one up is halfway lower. It's a plus 771. This is the final ticket for the night. 4-leg parlay. Like I said, I went back to Jonas here, but I decided to just take him on rebounds. 5.5 for him to get 6 tonight against the Grizzlies. Missy, 9 points against Detroit Pistons tonight. Jalen Green, 5 rebounds against the 76ers. And then Jaden Daniels, 9 RAs, rebounds and assists. Again, plus value, plus 771. I forgot to mention that per the pick that I put in for the first ticket, put a dollar and some change out to get back. I think it was like $13-14. The next ticket is $1 and some change to get back $10 and whatever, 50 cents, 60 cents, whatever the case. So yeah, actually it's $10.58. So for this 4-leg parlay, again, same thing. All 4 picks have hit at an 80 or higher % rate over the last 5 games. More notably so, for sure, Jaden McDaniels has hit this 100% of the time. 5 straight games, or more. I think it's like 6 straight, but it's last 5 games he's grabbed 9 rebounds plus whatever assists he's added, or whatever the case, to add to the 9. So that's it. Those are the picks. Let's see what happens tonight, guys. Let's hope for the best. Let's push for these wins tonight. Again, let's see what happens. I'm hoping for the best for you, for me, for everybody, that this holiday day will be a great win for all of us and gain us some extra funds. But with that, leave some comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. What are your picks for tonight? What do you think of these picks for tonight as well? Share your thoughts if you feel comfortable with that. And I will hopefully talk to you all with my NBA and March Madness college picks for tomorrow's games. We have several games tomorrow for March Madness, and as well as several games for the NBA. Well, let's see what happens with everything. But I will hopefully talk to you all next time. Stay safe, stay humble. Peace, guys.